I just shot the worst camera ever, and it might be your fault. Regular viewers here know that I've been participating in the Frugal Film Project 21, where each month I shoot a roll of cheap film through a cheap camera and then share the results here with you. The guidelines for this project stipulate that you have to shoot one black and white stock for 6 months in a row, and then one color stock for 6 months in a row also. For January through June, my film of choice was Fomapan 400 and 120. Now I don't have that many cheap medium format cameras, so I stuck with the Holga for the full 6 months. I still like the idea of making a zine with those Holga images, and I still haven't done it. My color film choice was Kodak Ultramax in 35mm. Now I've got over 100 cheap 35mm cameras, so I needed some help narrowing down what camera to use for my September roll of Ultramax. So I put up a poll on my community page here on YouTube asking what camera I should shoot for September. The choices were the Vivitar Ultra Wide and Slim, the Nikon N65, or the My First Camera kids camera, which I featured in one of my thrift store videos a while back. And this is where I'll start spreading the blame around, because the winner of the poll was the 50-cent My First Camera kids camera, which won the poll with 43% of the 61 votes cast. So if you voted for the kids camera, I'm pinning the blame on you. I loaded the Ultramax into the kids camera and then headed to the town of Marysville to shoot. Marysville has a quaint, well-maintained downtown area. As a matter of fact, it's so nice I had to work a little harder to find my typical blue-collar industrial vibe. Just a few blocks off the beaten path, I found exactly what I was looking for. With a gas station, grain elevator, and railroad tracks in the same image, this was one fire escape away from being the perfect hipster film shot. So the images you're about to see speak for themselves. I think you'll figure out pretty soon why I consider this the worst camera I've ever shot. Stick around after the images and I'll share with you why the shooting experience was no picnic either. See what I mean? The flare in this image did remind me a little of the Vivitar Ultrawide and Slim, but the kids camera lacked the funky vignetting and overall charm of the Vivitar. The viewfinder was nice and big like the Canon SureShot Owl, but unlike the Owl, the viewfinder was not even remotely accurate. Everything looked like it was zoomed in like I was using a 135mm lens. The other thing that bugged me about this camera is that it started ripping through the sprockets towards the end of the roll. As much as I like to put a positive spin on things, there's just not a lot to love about this camera, so it is not OCG approved. If you're looking for a cheap plastic camera that really delivers some lo-fi goodness, click on this recent video I did featuring the Vivitar Ultrawide and Slim, and if you want 5 tips for shooting the Ultrawide and Slim, click on this cringy video I did a couple years ago. And as always, do some good, have some fun, and shoot some film.